everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a story time. I know it's been a minute since I last posted, but I've been really preoccupied with life, so that's been fun. So anyways, a friend of mine requested that I do this video like a long time ago, but like I said, I've been so preoccupied that I kind of, didn't do it, or just had a lot going on. So I'm finally gonna do it, seeing that it's my son's first birthday is coming up. I thought it would literally be the perfect timing, because around this time of this year, future me, I'm editing. I meant to say this time of last year, not this year. I was getting ready to go into labor. So anyways, on this, I'm gonna start from the very beginning. Well, before my whole labor even started, I went in for an appointment on August 21st. Well, I was about to go for an appointment, but then my mucus plug came out. I know that's a little TMI, and I didn't even know it was my mucus plug. I had to contact my future mother-in-law. I was like, hey, is this what I think it is? Because it's gross and I'm scared. So, then she was like, yeah, that's your mucus plug. And I was like, oh, gross. Okay. So I, called a nurse hotline, and was like, hey, do I need to go, get checked in labor delivery? Because my mucus plug just came out. I'm not having any contractions or anything right now, but what do you guys think? And they were like, well, I wasn't having any at the moment, but they were kind of like on and off. They had been on and off all that week. I was kind of like, I want to say like early labor, not active labor, but like I was getting ready. And so I went to my appointment, and before I went in, I had really bad contractions. Like, I had a nurse comforting me that was there, and it was a pain. These contractions were like not the worst ones yet, but they were getting close, and they were bad. They hurt so bad. And then I went to my appointment, and they were like, I told them how my legs swelled up and at one point, but it went down, and they checked my vitals and everything, and they were like, if you don't have him soon, we're gonna have you come for a non-stress test Friday the 23rd, and then we'll schedule you for an induction on the 26th, which is a Monday of last year. So anyways, I did that, and then I left my appointment. I was dilated a little bit, but he wasn't effaced. And so I just, carried on with my Wednesday. Then I, had contractions on and off. And they were really bad that night, but they weren't bad enough to, go in and get checked. I didn't want it to be a false alarm again, because I had went in a couple times earlier that week because of really bad contractions, and they were so long, no breaks or anything like that. But then, so I went to bed normal that night. Well, I had a little bit of a hard time because, pregnancy and sleep don't really mix very well, especially when you're towards the end of your pregnancy. So anyways, the morning of the 22nd, I woke up and immediately had contractions, immediately. And they hurt, they were the worst contractions that I had yet. I could only get up to go to the bathroom, and I had to go several times. I didn't even think I was ready. I didn't want it to be a false alarm. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait it out a little longer, try to time them, and, see if they're even, close enough to where I need to go. I waited 3 hours, and it was to the point where I could hardly text. I couldn't text my boyfriend when he was on his breaks because he was working. All I could say was okay, because I was in that much pain. I literally at one point just didn't even get out of bed, not even to use the bathroom. The last time I had used the bathroom when I was, having really bad contractions, I had thrown up. And I normally didn't throw up a lot, but because the times when I did have morning sickness, it was my first trimester, and so that it was weird. But anyways, my mom came home, and she was like, "Hey, you alright?" She was like, "Do you think it's time?" And I had made a phone call before then. I was talking to my future mom-in-law, like, "Hey, I think it may be time." I didn't even know my mom was home, so I didn't think she was just, gonna offer to take me. I was gonna wait for my boyfriend's mom and have her take me, but she was gonna go get him first and then come get me. But my mom came in. She was like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you think it's time?" I was like, "Yeah, I think it's time, because I've been having contractions for 3 hours, and it hurts really, really bad." I told her everything that had been going on that morning, because they started at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is when I woke up, and then it was about 11-ish when my mom came home and came in and was all concerned. So anyways, so yeah, we decided we were gonna go. My boyfriend's mom and my boyfriend were just gonna meet us there, and that's what we were gonna do. So then we basically just got ready. I had to have my mom help me because I was in so much pain. And then I got my hospital bag, and me and my mom went, and I just think back on it, and I'm like, I can't believe that was over a year ago, and he's here. But anyways, we went to the hospital. My contractions kind of slowed down a little bit, so it wasn't horrible unless we hit potholes and stuff. And so anyways, we got to the hospital. A guy brought out a wheelchair because I guess he had been following behind us in a ambulance or whatever. And so anyways, they got me inside. I checked in, and then they evaluated me, and I was 2 centimeters dilated. The day before, I was 1.5 centimeters dilated. I think I mentioned that, but I'm just gonna mention it again in case I didn't. So they were like, "Why don't you try walking around cause the 4th floor, it had basically a block, and it was a big square shape." And so they were like, "Hey, why don't you just take a walk around the block and a few times until you really can't walk anymore." And I was like, "Okay, that's gonna be a pain, but okay." At one point, I had to use the bathroom and stuff, but I couldn't even use the bathroom. I don't even know if that was normal in labor or what, But anyways, I walked around for like an hour or so with my boyfriend and my mom and his mom too. She walked for a little bit with us, and it was to the point where I needed to hold on to the side because it hurt so bad to walk. And I went around so many times. I don't even know how many times, but I probably walked a couple good miles or something. But so we went back in and they checked my dilation again, and I was at 4 centimeters, and they were like, yeah, you're in active labor. We're gonna get you checked into a room. I was so nervous, and like I had all these emotions in me. Like I was nervous, I was excited, I didn't know what to expect out of this, because I was going to try and do vaginal birth, and I was so nervous about that because I don't do pain very well. No one does pain very well, but I really can't like tolerate pain. So we went in there and they got the thingies to check your contractions and heart rate and everything in. And yeah, and I was still having really bad contractions. But once I got to like 5 centimeter dilated, which took like an hour, they finally decided, let's get you the epidural, which is what I wanted because I was in so much pain. And I couldn't have anyone in the room with me, which sucked because I really at least wanted my mom in there if she was allowed to be in there, but no. They said it had to be just me, and I don't do needles very well, so I held one of the nurses' hands. She was a good friend of my mom's, so I was at least comfortable. But as soon as the epidural was in me, I didn't feel anything, and I felt 100, maybe not 100% better, but I felt 90% better. The contractions, I could hardly feel the contractions. And then I had to have a catheter put in, and that sucked, but whatever. And then I was better, and my family was there, and so for this part I had to cut out because my son fell, and he was crying and everything, and I had to take care of him. He's alright though. He just had a little small fall and was mad. So yeah. Okay, I got him taken care of. But anyways, I was completely fine after the epidural, and they continued to check me for dilation and tried to put me in different positions to try to get the labor really going, but I wasn't dilating. And at one point when they checked my dilation, my water broke, and that was not a fun feeling. It felt like I peed myself, but worse. It felt like a waterfall. But it was not fun. But it didn't even, with my water breaking, my labor was still stalling, and they were like, if this doesn't progress anywhere, we're probably gonna have to do a C-section. And that kind of scared me, but at the same time, I felt a little more comfortable about having a C-section because I was really nervous about pushing, but I didn't know what to expect from a C-section. I knew what a C-section was and everything, but I didn't know too much about it, is what I'm saying. So anyways, 1 second, I'm gonna help him for a sec. But anyways, that's what they told me, and I was really nervous. They were like, we're gonna wait a few hours, how about you get some sleep, and if nothing's progressed, then we're gonna do the emergency C-section, because every time you have a contraction, his heart rate dropped. And I was like, that's not good at all for me or him. So yeah, that was that. And so anyways, that's what happened with that. So I slept for like 5 hours. I didn't even really sleep the whole 5 hours, but I did, nap a little bit. And because when I got there, I hadn't slept at all, and the night before I had a really hard time sleeping. So, when you're in the hospital and in labor and everything, you try to get as much sleep as you can, because when the baby arrives, you're gonna have a hard time sleeping. So anyways, they came back at like 1 in the morning, woke me up and everybody else that was in there. It was just me, my boyfriend, his mom, and my mom. My sisters had went home, they got kids to take care of and everything, so it was just us. And they were like, they didn't check me for dilation. They thought about it, but they wanted to get my doctor's opinion first, and she just decided we were gonna do a C-section. I was completely okay with that, because like I said, I was nervous about pushing him out. So they got more pain medicine in me, and I completely did not feel anything at all down there. My video was interrupted because of a phone call, so I'm back. Anyways, where was I? Oh, they gave me more pain medicine. I couldn't feel anything, and they were like, you need to pick one person to be in the room with you, and I was like, I want my boyfriend. I wanted my mom to be there too, but I really wanted Tim to, see. Tim is my boyfriend. I wanted him to see the birth of his son. And anyways, it really like kind of sucked getting more medicine in me, because I was like freezing and I felt so nauseous, and I actually threw up before getting ready to go into the emergency C-section room. And anyways, sorry, I was addressing with him. But anyways, we went in there. They had to strap me down, well, my arms down at least. And then they put the screen thingy, the sheets or whatever, in front of me, so I wouldn't go into shock seeing my parts and all that, and all the blood. Jonas, come on, give me just. I didn't want him to fall. But anyways, I was so nauseous and scared. I focused on my breathing and looking at my boyfriend, because I was really scared of passing out and dying on the operating table. That was the only thing that made me nervous about birth, is dying while giving birth. And I didn't know how it was going to be with the C-section, because it was my first C-section before. Well, my first C-section. I don't know why I said that like that. But anyways, I waited and I didn't really talk too much, but I focused on my boyfriend. I ended up throwing up in the middle of the surgery, and it was not fun because I was so nervous about not being able to breathe and stuff. But anyways, eventually I could hear crying. My boyfriend actually had to point out, like, hey, that's our boy. And I was like, my baby, our baby. I was so happy. Yeah, this is my little boy. And it was incredible just to hear him, and then she brought him over to me to see him, but he had to immediately get cleaned up and go on oxygen because he was silly and decided to swallow poop or whatever they called it. He swallowed something he shouldn't have swallowed, and he had to immediately go on oxygen, so I couldn't say hi. I couldn't hold him right away. So I literally was kind of like, I need to stay up until I can see him, which was kind of stupid. I should have went to sleep. But it was also hard because when they took me back to my room after I had him and they stitched me back up and stuff, they had to press down on my stomach, and that really hurt because they had to deflate it from that. Anyways, but yeah, after that, just a lot of pain because I had a C-section, but then I got to hold him at I want to say 5-ish in the morning, and it was so wonderful, and I automatically got him on my breast, and because I did plan on breastfeeding, and I've been breastfeeding for almost a whole year. It was a really hard struggle at first, but I did it, and I had him. And I'm going to insert some pictures at the end of the labor process and having him and being able to hold him and everything, and I'll also post pictures of him now, even though I just showed you him. I can't believe in a couple days he's gonna be 1 year old. Time flew by so fast, but it's been so amazing seeing him grow and hit so many milestones. This week alone, he's hit so many. He's showing more interest in walking. He walks with his stand-up walker, which is awesome. He says a few words, but he doesn't really talk a lot yet. I feel like once he starts talking, he's just never gonna be quiet because that's just how I am. But anyways, that is my labor and giving birth story of having this little man Jonas. Yeah, I can't believe he's gonna be 1 year old. It is crazy. But yeah, that's the story. I know I repeat myself a lot. I don't have a script or anything that I read off of. I just go off the top of my head. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my story. And if you guys have any questions at all, the comments should be on. I don't know why the comments have been off, but hopefully if the comments are on, let me know below, or you can go to my Instagram and ask me on one of my posts or DM me, or just if you have questions about birth and the process and what to expect or whatever, I will be happy to answer them. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be back in the future with more videos. I just gotta try to find the time. I would love to vlog his birthday party. I'm going to try to, but if I can't, I can't. It is what it is. But I'm really excited for that, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to me already, definitely hit the subscribe button and the notification bells. I try to post when I can. It's really hard to, just in my opinion, just because, I have so much going on. So anyways, if you have any song requests for me to cover, or any type of video requests like story times or a day in my life, I actually plan on doing like a day in my life video soon. So yeah, anyways, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my social media. I'll have all the links down below. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. I guess that's all I can say for now. Bye guys.